All right, Craig Wessel with All-Star Lineup Baseball back here again with you. Here for the continuing series we're doing the 1927 MLB playoffs. Fictitious series, a what-if series. What if they had playoffs back then? And this is the second series, second game in the second series that we're doing. The first series, the Yankees moved on in the bracket, and now we're looking at the second game between the Pittsburgh Pirates and Chicago Cubs. Pittsburgh leads us 1-0. They won in extra innings last time, so we're going to continue. Before we move on, just a quick word. I had an audio problem with the video, so we're picking up the action in the top of the fourth inning here. Chicago leads 1-0, but rather than redo it and possibly change the outcome, I want to use the video file that I originally recorded. So I'll spare you the slowed down video that the audio that I recorded before, and we'll go with the fourth inning on. All right, here we go.
Here comes Wainer. He is +1 against Meadows. +1. Meadows wins it. The ground out on his card. Going to be a ground out to the third baseman. Okay. The first out's going to be Barnhart. He's the first casualty because we're going third, second. So now we're going second to first to see if we get Wainer out. He's an average runner. My second baseman is the one who got the ball. So second base over here is Beck. Beck's average. Grimm is my first baseman's +1, so they're +1 on defense. So Wainer has to roll 1 or 2 to be safe. And he's not. Double play successful. There are 2 outs. All right. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make that note in here. That was a 5, 4. No, that's it. It's 3 outs. We had a K. The first Wainer struck out. So that's the inning. Sorry, huh? All right. Rye will be up next inning. So look forward to that, Pittsburgh fans. All right. So far, nothing happened on the Pittsburgh side, and there's 1 run for Chicago. All right. Bottom of the fourth. Heathcote comes to the plate, and he is even up with Meadows because he's not a righty. So here we go. And Meadows wins that one. And that's another ground out for him. So he's using some ground balls here, right to the first baseman. All right, 1 out. Greg Stevenson coming up. And he is a righty, so he would be -1, but he's rated. So he's even up. And again, Meadows setting him down. And a ground out to second. All right, 2 down. Move on to Hack Wilson. Wilson is green rated, but he's a righty, so that makes him even. He would be +1, but that evens it up for him. So 3 out, 3 down again for Meadows, and that is a line out on his card. Line out to third base. So 3 up, 3 down again. Okay. Heading for top of the fifth. We're moving along pretty quick, folks. Here we go. All right, Glenn Wright coming to the plate. He is even up with our boy Sheriff Blake. Blake wins it, and that is a fly out on his card, and the fly out to the shortstop. So 1 down in the inning. Sorry, I didn't move that back. And we'll go to Grantham. Grantham's +1. 2 + 1 is 3, but a 7 beats it every time. Another fly out. And that is a fly out to left field. So here comes Ty Trainer to the plate. So what we drop? There it is. Oh. there, and this one would be. Sorry, we're not grim offense. All right, trainer coming up, and he is even up with Blake. Doesn't matter. Blake wins it. That's a little ground out from the pitcher, straight back to the pitcher. So he helps himself out there. And again, 3 up, 3 down for Pittsburgh. All right. Joe Harris next time. And nobody out. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. All right. In the bottom of the 5th, we have Charlie Grimm coming up. He's a lefty, so he's even with Meadows. They tie with the wild card. Drop 3rd strike, batter safe at 1st. So he is on. Puts him on 1st base. Take it anywhere you can get him. All right. And then Hartnett coming up. Hartnett is even up. No, he's not even up. He's -1 because he's a righty. Righty matchup. Doesn't matter. That's a 16. That's a fly out. And that's a fly out to left field for Hartnett. And I don't think that our blue rated runner here is going to go anywhere. So on to Beck. We're at the slow part of the lineup. All right. And we have 1 out. Beck is -1. He's a righty. It's a righty matchup. Doesn't matter. Meadows sets him down. 3 is a ground out. Let's see if we get a double play here. It's ground out to 1st. So immediately the 1st out happens. We have an out. Grimm is blue rated anyway. He would have made it. All right. And we're going to see if Beck makes it. So it would have been 3 to 6. 6 to 3 is what we're looking. So 6 to 3. On the other side of the field, we got Wright is the shortstop. He's blue rated. But Harris is green rated. So that makes him average. Beck is a -1 runner. So he's got to roll a 1 or a 2 to be safe. And he rolls a 3. He's out. Double play works. All right. So that was 2. Yeah. So this is 6 to 3. All right. That brings up Sheriff Blake. See if he can help himself out here. He's -1 to Meadows. Nope. Meadows wins it. We'll ground out to the shortstop. Cranking through it, folks. All the way to the 6th inning already. Definitely a pitcher's battle. All right. Kicking off the 6th. Joe Harris is up, and Harris is green rated versus Blake, so he is +1. And he gets on base. 8 on his card is a single out to left field. All right, he's blue rated runner. Let's stay put right where he's at. Earl Smith coming up. Earl's yellow rated, so he's even up. If I quit dropping dice, maybe I'll move a little quicker here. Pitcher wins it with a ground out. So there'll be 1 out at 2nd. And then we're going to see if Smith makes it to 1st. So shortstop to 1st, which we figured out is average. Smith below average. He's a blue rated runner, so 1 to 2 to be safe. And he's not. Double play by the Cubbies. All right, so there's 2 outs in the inning. We move on to Lee Meadows, the pitcher coming up. This was All right, Meadows -1. Go. Because he's -1, he loses out. On Blake's card, it's a ground out. It's a ground out to the shortstop. So there we go. Again, Pittsburgh 3 up, 3 down. Blake is shutting him down. But on the other side, it's not like Meadows is pitching a horrible game. He's only got 1 run in on him. So he continues to hold the Cubs. Let's see if we can keep it up. All right, last inning of Blake. Sparky Adams coming up. Adams is -1. Doesn't matter, he wins it anyway. And a 15 on his card is a triple. So that puts Adams on third. Let's see where he hit it to. That's in right field. So down the line, ricochets off the fence, gets him a triple. All right, so Adams is on. So the Cubs threaten to score again. English comes to play, and he's also -1. Pitcher wins it. 4 is a ground out. Let's see where the ground out's to. Ground out to shortstop. That's going to score a run. So Adams scores. And that is a ground out to shortstop. So 6-3. All right. So the Cubs take another run home, and Heathcote is coming to the plate. And there is 1 out, not 2. All right, Heathcote is -1. Pitcher wins that one. That is a line out to shortstop. All right, so we have 2 outs now. And that brings up Stevenson again. Stevenson's even up with Meadows. Stevenson wins it. That's a single on his card. All right, single right over first base. So, base. All right, and Hack Wilson coming to the plate. And Hack is even up, even though he would be +1, but he's a righty. So the righty-righty matchup gets him. So here we go. Pitcher wins it. 18 on his card is a line out. So we end the inning with a line out to the catcher, which effectively is a caught foul tip. So we are out of the inning. All right. And let's see, we're back at the top of the order for Pittsburgh. The Pirates need to get something going here. We already went through the 6th, 7th. 1 run for Chicago there. So now it's 2-0. Just kind of shades of what happened in the other game. And then Pittsburgh came back at the end, so we'll see if they can do it here too, or Chicago can hold on. All right, so Lloyd Wayner coming to the plate. He is even up against Blake. And he's on base with a single. That is a single out over third base. All right. So there you have it. He is on first. And then Barnhart's coming up. Not a fast runner, but a decent hitter. Let's see what he can do. He is even up against Blake. And he wins it. And that is a 18 on his card. That's a walk. So been on first and second. Nobody Nobody out. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to take that off there between innings, but just bear with me. All right. We've got Paul Wainer coming up. Wainer is +1 on Blake. Doesn't matter. Blake sets him down. So line out to the pitcher. All right. Line out to the pitcher. We're going to see who we catch. Offense. Obviously, Barnhart's the one. Wainer I'm going to put on third so he continued. That he got back. Sorry, not third. That he got back. We're going to see if Barnhart got back. So our pitcher average, our first baseman is which I believe, no, he's green, +1. All right, so that means that Barnhart, there's a +1 on defense and a -1 for Barnhart's running. So that means he's -2. He has to roll a 1 to not get doubled up there. And he does not get doubled up. He safely makes it back. So we got 1 out now. All right, right coming up, and everything's still the same as it was. Let's see here. Make sure I get this all in here right. Barnhart's on first. He's on second. And Wainer. All right. All right, here we go. Glenn Wright coming up, and Wright is even up. Pitcher wins it. Blake, the 19 on his card. That's a line out to the second baseman. So same thing again. Okay. We're going to check it. That's 2 outs. We're going to see if these guys both made it back. Okay. Wainer's average. Okay. Proceeded, but then we've still got Barnhart again, who again has to roll a 1 to make it back safely. So let's see if he makes it. He does not. Double play, ends the inning. So Pirate threat is extinguished in the 7th. You roll on to the bottom half of the inning. The Cubs leading 2-0, which so far in this game is a commanding lead. Nothing's happened. Ball. All right. All right. Grimm coming up for the Cubs. He's a lefty, so he is even up with Meadows. Sorry if I made this crooked here. I'm making a mess. There we go. All right. And Meadows wins that. Pitcher wins that battle. That is a ground down on his card to the first baseman. All right. That brings up Hartnett with 1 out. Hartnett's a righty, so he's -1. Pitcher wins it. Ground out again on his card. Straight up the middle. So a lot of action in the infield. That'll bring up Beck, 2 outs. Beck's a righty, so again, he's -1. Meadows shuts him down. It's an 11. It's a ground out. And that's a ground out shortstop. So 6-3. So Meadows coming through for the Pirates, doing his best to hold the Cubs where they're at. All right, we're going in the 8th. And because both these pitchers, one of them 7, 1 7.5 on their innings per start, we're going to go ahead and check them both. Okay, 1 to 3 means I don't have to downgrade them. 4 to 6 means I do. So for Blake, I do have to downgrade him. I have to drop him down to a D3, a D6 instead of a D8. I'm going to go ahead and keep him in the game and do that for the Cubs because he's done such a good job so far. So we're going to say he stays in the game. And then we'll check Meadows when he comes up to pitch. All right, so Grantham is up, green rated, so he's +1. Doesn't matter. Blake sets him down. That's a line out. Caught by the catcher. It's a caught foul tip. Or foul tip caught, however you want to say it. All right, 1 out. Go from Grantham on to Pie Trainer. Trainer is yellow red, so he's even up. And he wins it. And that's a single on his card. So we know it's a single out over second base. Okay. So Trainer on first with 1 out. Sorry. We'll fix that. All right, we got Joe Harris coming up. He's green rated, so he's +1. +1 means they were even. We're going to draw a wild card. Road Warriors, visiting teams, next 2 rolls are +1. All right, that's Pittsburgh. So put that up there so I remember it. And we're going to roll again. So he's +1, now he's +2. Harris is. Dang it. I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Sorry, y'all. All right. So he wins that one. That's a leaner, even though it's 6. Add 2 to the red die, and he wins that one. That's a single on his card. So we want Smith, Harris on first, Trainer at second. Single to right field. So now we're going to check and see. Trainer being an average runner. Let's check our right fielder, who is Heathcote. Heathcote's green rated. Going to our third baseman, who's Adams, who is yellow rated, so they're +1. I think Trainer's going to hold up there in this situation. So he's going to hold up there. Harris is on first. He is on second. All right. All right. 2 men on. Smith coming up. Smith is yellow rated, so he's even up. And again, we're not checking the platoon match. That's because we rolled at the beginning of the game to show that Blake didn't quite have that stuff today. So Blake wins it 5-1, and that's a fly out on his card. We got fly up to the pitcher. So everybody stays put. All right. And we got Meadows coming to the plate. Meadows is -1. Blake wins it. 16 on his card's a fly out to the left fielder. So our third out of the inning. The fly out there. There's the top of the 8th. For the Pirates. And let's see if Meadows is going to downgrade to 1 to 3. We downgrading. 4 to 6. We don't. 4 to 6. We don't. So he stays with a D8. All right. All right. So Meadows comes in, and he's pitching to Blake. I moved this over accidentally. Let's see. Nobody's on base. Let's get these guys off of here. All right. Okay. So against. Well, I'm losing dice, y'all. Hang on. Everybody sit tight with me. There it is. Quit dropping them off the table. I'd be doing good. All right. So here we go. Blake is up here. He is to Meadows. He is -1. And Blake is on base. That's a bunt hit for him. So he lays one down and gets on first. All right. So here's Sparky Adams. Blake. All right. All right. Adams is -1 to Meadows. And Meadows wins that one. That's a fly out on his card. As a fly out, just pop up to the catcher. So nobody goes anywhere. And we got one out. Okay. Here comes Woody English. All right. So Woody is a righty, so he's -1. Doesn't matter. He wins it, and that's a single on English's card. For him, that is a single out to left field. All right. Not a fast runner, so we're going to leave him at first. And he also has Blake in front of him. So, sorry, 2 and 1. All right. All right, Heathcote coming up. He's a lefty, so no disadvantage for him. Straight up. He loses that battle. That's a 17 on Meadows' card. A line out to the third baseman. Okay. So there's our first out. All right. And now we're going to see who makes it back, basically. Okay. So that means we're going to check English and we're going to check Blake. They're both blue rated. All right. So leadoff runner is going to be the lead runner. Blake's going to be the culprit here. So he's -1. Okay. Our third baseman is Trainer. He's yellow rated. And our first baseman is Harris, who's green rated. So they're +1. So +1 to a -1 means they get a 2-point advantage. He's got to roll a 1 to make it back second. And he doesn't. So he's out. So he's doubled off. And that's a third out of the inning. Okay. So that ends that half of the inning for Chicago. Stevenson will be up next time. And we roll on to the bottom half of the inning. Fortunately for Pittsburgh, nobody scored for the Cubs. So top of the ninth, Pittsburgh's last gasp here. And we're going to keep Blake in, downgraded to D6. He is pitching to Lloyd Wayne at the top of the order. All right. So even up Lloyd. Pitcher wins it. That's a fly out. For him, that is a fly out to center field. All right. 1 down. 2-0 ball game here. Chicago leading. Top of the ninth. 2 more outs for Pittsburgh. Oh, and he's on. That's a 16. It's a walk. That puts him on first. A bit more than a walk there, but they'll take it at this point. All right. Wayer's coming up. He's +1. Yes, and he gets on. That's a 20. That means a bunt hit. So he lays it down and is safe at first. All right. So Barnhart on second. Wayer at first. Pittsburgh's got a chance to make it happen. They got 1 out. We're to the first and second for Glenn Wright coming up. And he's even up. And he's on. And on his card, that is a single. All right. So Wright slaps a single to right field. All right. Now our right fielder, I always go through this just so you guys see the thought process. Heathcote, he's green rated. Okay. Our catcher over here is yellow rated. So that's a +1 equation on the defensive side. Our runner at third is Barnhart, who is blue rated. So nobody's going anywhere. We're going to wait for Grantham to hit him in. All right. So we got Barnhart, winner, and right. All right. Bases loaded for Grantham, who is green rated. He's +1. Let's see how he does. 1 out. This could be it. This could win it. They get always tied up signal. Keep him losing the game here. No, he doesn't want. He's +1. So we got to pull a wild card. We'll pull the wild card here. Batter ejected, arguing a call with the umpire. So Grantham has words and has to come out of the game. So let's get him replaced here with another second baseman here. That's going to be interesting. And it's pretty brutal for Pittsburgh. The only green, I don't have a green rated replacement for him. So Hal Ryan comes into the game. That hurts because that now means that he's now -1 to Blake. So when he rolls, he's at a disadvantage. And he rolls 5, which cuts down to 4. So Blake wins that with a ground out for him. Okay, that is a ground out to the pitcher. So obviously the first out is going to be Barnhart. He's out. So the question is, we got these two guys. Everybody's hung up in between right now. Okay. So the question is Ryan hitting for Grantham hitting to the double play? Is it a double play or not? All right. First out is at home. All right. Ryan's a blue runner, so home to first base looks like a quickie, the easiest bet. And our catcher is average first baseman green for Chicago, so that's +1. Ryan's -1, so he has to roll a 1 to be safe. He doesn't, and that ends the inning. So Pittsburgh threatened with bases loaded with 1 out, 2 outs, 1 out, yeah, and couldn't get anybody in. So unfortunately for them, that is the ball game. Thought we're going to have a fantastic, thrilling ending there, but because of a double play, that's it for Pittsburgh. So series is tied up 1-1. Chicago, we're going back to Pittsburgh for the final game of the series. I'll have that one up for you guys shortly. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And be sure and check out All-Star Lineup Baseball when you get a chance. Thanks. Have a good one.